What's up, Wayfinders, and welcome to Epcot. We're hanging out here for a little bit today, and then we're going to be heading on over to Magic Kingdom later to catch the new Starlight Parade and watch Happily Ever After. It's going to be a great day, so let's go ahead and get started. So this morning we decided to rope drop Frozen Ever After here, which of course is one of the strategies I would use if you're staying at a Skyliner resort, usually like Pop Century. Now this morning, kind of a wrench got thrown into the plans because the Skyliner actually I think went down for both Hollywood Studios and Epcot this morning, which can happen from time to time. And again, if you're at a Skyliner resort, you got to be flexible because depending on weather, depending on like this morning, if it just decides to break down, you could end up having to run all the way across the resort to get on a bus like I did this morning. But all that being said, Frozen and Guardians is still, I think, the two probably top choices for rope drop. Now, Test Track is down right now this morning. It has not opened up officially, so I don't know if that would make a difference. But like we just checked the wait times, and Guardians is at 110, and the park is just about to open officially, and Frozen is already at 50. And again, this is during early entry. This isn't even like the park has officially opened or anything yet. So kind of crazy that the wait times are already that high. Again, don't know if really Test Track being open would help or not, but Remy's is an hour. So really you have got to pick your favorite thing when you rope drop here at Epcot, whether that's Remy's, Frozen, wherever, and make sure that you go ahead and get in, because if you don't, you could end up being in a world of hurt. So all that being said, Frozen was our choice today, and it worked out really well because we got on in like probably less than I would say 15 minutes. So all in all, great use of rope drop this morning. But now we're going to continue to see what we can knock out, and I'll check back in a little bit. All right, so we're on our way to do the new Test Track right now. Now, this is a brand new version of the ride. They redid it from the 2.0. Now, this is 3.0. Savannah's coming with me, and Mr. Caleb will ride or swap later with us. Savannah, do you think this version's going to be better or worse?
I don't know that it's going to be much different. I mean, I've seen some cool effects from the internet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it myself, and I like a good thrill, so.
I think it's probably going to be better. I don't know. I'm just optimistic, but from all the concept art and everything, it looks really cool. So we'll see how it turns out, but I'm excited to give it a ride, and after we get off, we'll make sure to share our thoughts. All right, so we got done riding Test Track 3.0. I really did enjoy it for the most part. It's basically the same ride layout as 2.0, but they did have a lot more practical sets. It's not just all like LED walls and stuff like that. So that was really nice, and I enjoyed it. Now, we did end up waiting a long time for this ride. I don't know if the breakdowns are just because it's still kind of fresh into this version, but we ended up waiting like over 75 minutes for this, and I would never in my life do that again. I don't think it's that good, but it was better than what I think 2.0 was for sure. So now as for Savannah, I don't know what she thought about it. She seemed to have a good time, but overall I think that this is a good addition to Epcot. Definitely worth doing. I don't know if I would make it a top priority for lightning lanes either. I think, you know, it might as well just be saved best for, you know, if you can grab one along the way or something like that. But as for now, though, we're going to keep going along the countries. We're going to grab some food here in the World Showcase from the festival, and we'll let you guys know what we think as we go along. All right, so we're continuing to knock out our list of festival items here at the World Showcase. Now, we have tried a classic of food and wine, especially the Emil's Fromage Montage over the last couple years. And I can't ever learn how to pronounce this, but I guess I should at some time. It's the Noodle, something like that, over in Germany. And a very simple dish once again. I mean, it's just basically noodles, ham, and cheese. But I'm telling y'all, this is always consistently one of the best dishes at Food and Wine. Just the cheese on top is always just, it's got like this perfect cheesy, like almost crust that it forms, because it's, you can tell it's just been broiled really well, and like lots of good flavor there. And of course, just again, very, very basic, but also very, very good. I enjoy it every time I come here. Now, I also took a stop at Italy now, this is a risk, because Italy is pretty nefarious for not having great food at the Food and Wine Festival especially, but they usually just have weak booths overall no matter what. But I got the Bucati di Pizza, which is basically just like almost like a biscuit that's got like the elements of a pizza wrapped within it. And I won't lie, it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. It's not probably my favorite thing that I've had at the festival so far this year, but it's definitely not a terrible option if you stop by the Italy booth. There's a lot of people there ordering the penne al vodka, I think was the other dish, which was very popular. But I'll say this, I just feel nervous every time I go to Italy at a festival of any kind here. For some reason, they just can't seem to get that right. But the Bucati di Pizza actually is a pretty good option if you are interested in stopping by this year. But we're going to keep rolling along. I don't know kind of what the plan is for right now, but we're going to keep maybe making some stops here and there for the festival. We're also going to keep just trucking along, seeing what other rides we may be able to do. It's a very busy day here today and very hot, so I may be trying to catch a show here at some point as well. And then we're going to head on over to Magic Kingdom in a little bit, but keep following along and I'll check back in as we go. All right, so for dinner tonight, we stopped at Connections Eatery, where they do have a food and wine offering on the menu, which is the French onion burger. Now, it's not much different than the French bistro burger, except it uses Gruyere cheese instead of brie. So I guess that's just really the only difference amongst the two. But other than that, it was really good. And it's cool that you can get an offering here at Connections rather than having to walk all the way around to a booth, and you can enjoy the air conditioning. So that is nice, and we did enjoy our dinner there. And so now I think we're about done here at Epcot. We're going to wrap it up, head on over to Magic Kingdom, where hopefully we're going to catch the Starlight Parade and Happily Ever After. So follow along. We'll be back in a minute. All right, so wanted to talk about Starlight Parade because it was phenomenal. At least I thought so. What did you give it, girls?
10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was literally, honestly, really good.
Like, it's been so long since we've had a nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom. I told Savannah, I almost want to cry. This is so, it just looks so good. I don't remember really much of the music.
No.
I know the music really stood out, which is probably the only.
I think it was paying homage to the old one.
That's right. And I guess that's really the only negative thing I can say about it is like there's no songs that stuck out to it, but still all the floats phenomenally done. They look really great. So I'm glad that it's back. What was y'all's favorite float?
Honestly, I feel like I like the princess one, where it's like all the princesses, because I don't know, it was just so big and there was just so much going on, and all the characters were able to like look at you and then look over there, and there was like, you know, whereas like the main parade that goes on during the day, like you have it to where it's spinning, and it's kind of like at this nighttime parade you're always constantly seeing them. So if like, for example, if your favorite princess is Cinderella, you're able to see her, whereas in the daytime parade she might be swapped to the other side and you can't see her.
Yeah, I would have to agree. And I also obviously loved Mickey and Friends float at the end with the train.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
That one was cool. It has like a little animated face on the front, which is super cool about that one. I liked the Coco one a lot.
That one was good. I like how colorful it was.
Yes. And then what was my other one? I guess Moana. The one the Moana one was super neat too. But all in all, if you're in Magic Kingdom, you need to see this parade. This is fantastic.
There's two different parades at two different times.
Yes, so. And also we found out the first one goes from Main Street to Frontierland. So don't be confused like us.
It goes backwards.
It goes backwards for the first one at least. I think the second one might do the regular routine. But all in all, I think we all give it one big thumbs up. So go check it out.
Definitely.
All right, friends, so it is super late. It was another crazy night trying to get back home from the parks. Maybe one of these days I won't have a very crazy ride back, but as for now, I'll just wrap up very quickly. We ended our night by going to ride Tron, which was really cool because right now, to promote the upcoming Tron movie, in just a couple weeks actually, they actually have an overlay for Tron where not only are they turning the color of the bikes to red team instead of blue team, there's actually a more involved overlay, which I didn't know about, where the master controller or something like that actually kind of takes over and does some kind of different mission. So really, really cool that they didn't just change the colors of the cycles, which is neat anyways, I guess, but just, it was a much more involved, layered thing than I even thought. So that was really, really neat. But other than that, we did have a really great day today. It was extremely hot, extremely crowded, but you know what? We made it work. We did what we had to do. We tried some awesome festival food, and so had a great time at Epcot today. Had a great time wrapping up at Magic Kingdom. Had an awesome time seeing Starlight. Again, can't say enough good things about that parade. Just an awesome, awesome night overall. But really looking forward to the rest of the week. We got a lot of exciting things coming up. So if you aren't already, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, make sure to check out the podcast as well if you get a chance. But until next time, I hope you guys have a magical rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again real soon.